in his set versus Zinker, and we're going to go ahead and look at our stage bans here, waiting on that first ban. What map are we not going to play on? Because that's what banning means. It means you're not going to be playing on that map, and we're thinking hard right now.
I already have a pretty good guess. I don't think either one of these players really want platforms. Sandstorm loved Brawlhalla, and Fakey loved Fortress of Lions. So there's a small chance. There's a pretty good chance we'll be going to one of those, and therefore just kind of banning out everything else. We'll probably be banning out Enigma and the Dome, and also just the Air Temple. Pretty shortly, there goes Air Temple. Never mind, we're actually banning out Brawlhalla. And Sandstorm has a pretty interesting choice. It's probably going to be Demon Island or Fortress if it's Apocalypse. I mean, I don't there.
Right.
I was about to say, like, I was going to do something weird on stream right here to, like, embarrass myself for being that wrong. I did not want to commit that hard because I've been wrong before. And I would not want to embarrass myself instead in front of all of y'all. But yeah, we have quite the underdog story. How do you beat the person who wrote the book? I don't know. But
I don't know.
Fakey, you can see. Look at that Hugin. Hugin's got their reading glasses on. They're ready to start trying.
Yeah, we're seeing both these players pick up Scythe first, funny enough, and it seems like in recent sets that we've seen in this tournament, they both favor Scythe as well, and Sandstorm being, known for his Scythe gameplay, and Fakey, I know him for his Scythe gameplay as well. We're going to see who's able to utilize that a little bit better than the other to take this W. Sandstorm picking up that spear, doing mad damage.
Yeah, immediately proving that they've been doing a considerable amount of lab in training mode and has been able to hit quite a few
a whole lot of
ranked. And ranked with some pretty awkward setups. It is not quite an awkward setup that Legend gets the Scythe D-Sig grounded on Demon Island, the KO Fakey's first stock. You can see the read almost comes through. Both these players' movement is impeccable. Also, both of these players' drip is impeccable. I mean, look, Sandstorm looking really clean, and I'm pretty sure that's the Space Battle Pass color scheme with overall weapon skins, top tier. Fakey, I mean, come on, it's Sunset. It is Sunset, and also Shinsekai Koji. You got the little particle effects. You got the whoosh whoosh. That honestly appeals to my brain a lot. That makes my brain very happy.
They look great right now. Brawling in fashion. Brawling in fashion. That Nair is going to put Sandstorm on his second stock, but fresh white stock, and Fakey stock is kind of orange, just getting red now. A lot of, one thing I want to point out is I see Sandstorm a lot of the times in light into a weapon throw. That'll catch just standing still or a dash back or a move back from the opponent. A little bit of movement and a side sig to catch kind of a crossover is going to take out Fakey's second stock.
Is now in a pretty troubling situation as that Enlight somehow catches bow. Enlight has some very weird range on it, but still this bow is going to have to try and find its way into Sandstorm's Scythe. It's actually kind of funny that Sandstorm is playing Mirage because like the whole thing is sand. Funny. Jokes write themselves. The jokes write themselves literally, but still Fakey. You can see kind of dancing around. Their movement, both of their movement in the first stock was just like BCX level, instantly high. And Fakey's trying to bring that back, just kind of dancing around Sandstorm to bring the stocks even. Bow, I mean, Bow is pretty hard to fight at any level, especially when you got someone like Fakey who has played Hugin for quite a considerable amount of time. But they know what they're doing. They even had Bow double down. They're choosing. That is an active choice to not use Scythe, although maybe this Scythe trying to build up a little bit more damage, especially now that damage, stocks, and game is even, or maybe it's just general weapon starting. Kind of hard to tell. Is able to get the Enlight to punish the weapon pickup like it is. Spear, both these players started the game with Scythe, but have to close it out on not Scythe. Their secondaries, respectively. Sandstorm gets the read successfully. He's come so close that every single time he tries to hit that, but Fakey with a D-Sig responds back. Sandstorm hit that ground a D-Sig the cow, and now Fakey responds back with the exact same thing.
Wow, that was an intense set, and it was also, not only was it intense, it's also kind of quick, Players definitely throwing out hits left and right, like they're really serious about getting to this action, and we're seeing Fakey play very well around Sandstorm, just like Fakey played very well around Radish. One thing I see Fakey do a lot is kind of play stacked, ban out your options, and punish you for it, which is a really, really, really great way to approach a lot of these top tier players. Sandstorm going to pick up that spear and going to get some stage control. Now, people often say that Bow has a pretty good matchup into spear because of that range. You know, Bow D-Light can kind of get over spear in light and spear side light. But, you know, Sandstorm noticeably is able to kind of use some weapon throws to kind of mitigate that much of a range difference that those weapons have. So we're seeing this spear bow matchup, and we're going to see how Sandstorm's able to deal with a weapon that kind of has a bit more range than his does. D-Light Sayer is going to take off Fakey's first stock.
Fakey in a bit of a better spot this game compared to last game, as Sandstorm is having a bit of a hard time answering back to the Scythe. You can even see, there we go, baiting out the options, dashes in, Sandstorm whiffs an attack, Fakey runs back in for that Ensig, and honestly, that Ensig has probably been half of his KOs on stream so far. Like, he's been using that quite nicely. Fakey also, there we go, even more baits and even more punishes. Fakey is playing of... Oh, that would have been huge. Sandstorm still has some options left to get back on stage. Thankfully, not an overcommit, but this might be an overcommit for Fakey, as you can see, using a lot of jumps, a lot of dodges to try and make their way out of this complete barrage of attacks that Sandstorm was throwing in their direction. And he's not stopping. He's not giving him time to breathe. He wants to finish this now. He wants the 1-1 this moment.
Wow, yeah, Sandstorm just absolutely catching Fakey's movement out with that spear. You know, dash jump reverse down airs are a really, really fast way to hit your opponent below and off the stage. It's also extremely hard to react to, and I love to see Sandstorm utilizing that spear and utilizing that weapon throw down. You know? But Fakey's gonna stay. Stop throwing that thing at me. That light weapon throw, and he's going to rip an Ensig out, evening up the stocks. Still, Fakey does have a bit more damage on himself compared to Sandstorm, and Sandstorm's capitalizing off the lead he has in light. Recovery is going to send Fakey off. Weapon throw sending him further off. D-Light just might confirm it. No more options to get back, and Sandstorm charges up a celebratory Ensig on the barrage. 1-1.
The thing about that game is that a very, very early stock from Sandstorm. There it is again. Like, look at this. There is no way Fakey was coming back. So that stock is a huge deciding factor as to how this game went, and that celebratory Ensig is very deserved. Fakey is now gonna know that, like, okay, I can't have a repeat of that situation. It's probably gonna be very careful about some ledge guards. I didn't check, but I'm open to maybe seeing a map changes. We are. It turns out it actually was the map, because that's the kind of play that you can really only do on Demon Islands. Like, that is. There's not a lot of other maps that you can do that kind of stuff on. So a map change is going to be very good. And also see Fakey dashing away from the ledge, trying to give Sandstorm a little bit more respect off the stage, but also still dashing in. There we go, just like you called it earlier, playing stacked to bait out Sandstorm's attacks and then punish of his own, playing a very aggressive game of bait-centered neutral.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it, and we're seeing Fakey continue to use that gameplay, and Sandstorm looking to adapt to that. Gonna punish that Ensig with a D-Light Sayer. What a perfect punish. Dash jump reverse dare is not gonna connect, but it's gonna put a little bit of damage onto Sandstorm. Now Fakey with the bow in hand, not gonna get hit by that down sig, but gonna get hit by the second one.
Yeah. That was a lot to watch. That was a lot of stacked whiffs.
Yeah, definitely, like, it's crazy how, like, these players can move around these stacked options, and Sandstorm... Let him cook!
Goodness
Let him
gracious.
cook! Let him cook!
That was... He's completely overlapped him in T-minus 5 seconds. Oh my god!
Well, Sandstorm, man, on that scythe, he is different. He is different on that scythe. Who let him cook? Who let him cook? Don't let him cook. Don't let him do that. Dash jump reverse ground pound is not going to help, but Sandstorm just being incredibly aggressive with this scythe, saying, Fakey, get off me. I made this. Weapon throw is going to take that stock off Sandstorm.
Oh, that's the first stock, a minute and a half in, just like 100 seconds. That is still white 2 to red 1. That huge stock from Sandstorm. Fakey needs a gorgeous reverse 3 stock to tie up the set right here. And although he's making pretty nice work of the second stock right here, being this Heavy damage on his last stock will not bode well. Another celebratory end sig. Going to prove that Sandstorm is able to replicate the successes when he finds out what works. Fakey with a little bit of a drip change, going for a mental reset, knows that they need to win 2 more games. Actually leaves Demon Island on the board, which Sandstorm takes us to. That is a very all or nothing move. You can't just say like, maybe. Fakey either knows for a fact which kind of situations to not let happen again, or I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. This is very all or nothing pick.
You know, I like the way Fakey plays, and Fakey seems like they've got that sort of confidence to them, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason I see them really picking Demon Island, is that, you know, okay, Sandstorm kind of, you know, caught my movement a little bit, but I'm going to show Sandstorm and everyone that I know what I'm doing. I'm confident in my pick, and all I need is a little bit of a color change, you know, change the mood a little bit, and I'll be back on my swag. Okay.
Demon Island does seem to be a much better map for Fakey, as that last game was, I mean, that was just Sandstorm Central right there.
Yeah. Ooh. Sandstorm playing the Sand character. Gonna whiff that GC sig and take a sidelight punish, but gonna just use it again. But Mirage's D-Sig is going to connect there while Hugin's does not, putting Sandstorm up. And Sandstorm really, it seems like last game Sandstorm was able to get a kind of Fakey's number when it comes to movement and using the scythe, because we're seeing Sandstorm use the scythe a lot more, and not only use the scythe a lot more, but confirm a lot more hits into each other. Just as you see that read right there into the down air, Fakey desperately hitting Sandstorm away and then confirming that knockout on the edge with a jump snare. Very well done.
That's part of the reason why Sandstorm's gameplay is so entertaining to watch, is he always has the read, and he's also so super aggressive about it. He always charges you down. He knows exactly how you're going to react to that, and the rest of the stock just kind of takes itself from there. As that piece will not bode well for Fakey, follows it up with the recovery. Fakey is now on bracket stock. Currently needs to build up a little bit more damage to take this second stock without taking too much damage on their own last in order to even out the game. And then not just for a chance at a chance, because then they would need to win the next game, and they're having a hard time evening out this game right here while they're on the back wall. Their back is against the wall, rather.
Yes, very much. Backs are pressed against the wall. Postures are really good now, but that's none less to say Sandstorm.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, off stage
options. Chase dodge.
Okay. Fakey is able to fight their way back on stage. Gonna get hit by that down sig, not quite gonna get knocked out, and gonna punish Sandstorm for missing that GC down sig that would have killed Fakey, but Fakey was really good about moving around that, opting for the scythe, hitting Sandstorm. Sandstorm's going to be able to get away from that pressure and not get red, but Fakey's going to put a lot more damage onto him. D-Light connects. Oh, he read the dodge in! He read the dodge in!
That is it!
Wow. Well...
Oh my god. So, after a very convincing game one from Fakey, Sandstorm takes it all, bets it all on red, and then just kind of yo-yos that halfway through that set.